Welcome, Cancer. I'm just about to get into a meditation for you. So I'm lighting a candle, beeswax candle. I like to burn some Palo Santo. And I wanted to go do this outside, but it's very windy today, so I'm going to stay in here. I've got a notepad, so I'm going to sit back and tune in and come back to you with my meditation. I'm going to read from the She-Wolf Tarot deck. I have all the things, all the supports for the space. I always connect into the liminal with smoke to cleanse the area. The bell. I'm going to apply some of this beautiful anointment oil from Star Child. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Oh, it's like the scent I didn't know I needed. This is, I think it's spearmint. I've been saying mint, but it's like spearmint. I think it's like sage and maybe like a citrus as well. It's very, it's just so good. So I'm just going to sit back and meditate, write some notes, and come back to you in just a moment. For Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Let's connect now with some she-wolf while I explain what I got here in my meditation. And we'll have animal spirit as well come in, so I'll just get that out. Okay. I hope this finds you well, dear Cancer. What I got to start with is was kind of like a shoreline, a picture of a shoreline, and it was this vibe of a transitional moment or even a liminal space. It was something where there was like a collection of through points or pathways, ley lines, kind of energy kind of coming in from these different areas, and yeah, like veins, like the blood veins kind of coming back to the heart and sort of pumping to this moment where things move past one another, a thoroughfare, but it's like a collection. Does that make sense? A meeting place. And it did feel like a social situation or a social setting. And I got a picture of a switchblade, and it was like to, you know, shave a beard. Seven of Pentacles popping out. Seven of Pentacles. This is our investment card. Where are we investing? What are we looking to for the future? What have we been investing in? What is worth investing in? In some cards, it's reassessing or looking at, you know, what I planted, what grew, what didn't grow, what was worth it, what will I learn from this and kind of pull out and do again. So that Seven of Pentacles is definitely about like, where's the good place to invest in? And at the moment, and what I'm seeing with this meditation was that it is a time for self-grooming and sort of caring for the self. It's later on in my meditation towards the end, it was like a coming home to self feeling. There was like preening, so it was like being clean shaven, it was dressing up, it was feeling like, you know, your body is your temple, is your home, which you're looking to invest in and take care of. And there you were going into this sort of social event. It was about stepping in and impressions. You were making a good impression. You were making like impressions which felt grounded and mature, and like this person cares about themselves, and so that's a good impression to make. It was a party, and it was almost like a return or an appearance. These are just the words that were coming through. There's a certain familiarity, and we've got the Fool. So the Fool's jumping into this new ambition, new journey. So there's a sense of naivety, but there's also, you know, that naivety enables us to take a leap and to take a jump, which might feel scary, or we don't know what's ahead, we don't know what's coming, but there's something coming. We're right at the very beginning, so there's enough fuel with the Fool, enough fuel to say, hey, I want to take this journey, I want to take this pathway, and there's a certain amount of excitement. So that could be an offer coming in for you as a result of this you know, sense of care that you have for yourself. I was getting, yeah, I got that home to self, coming home to self, and home is such a big thing for Cancer. You know, that nurturing, nourishing home environment and comforts, nice things that are comforting and that help our watery, emotional, Cancerian natures to feel comforted, and food is important, and, you know, quality things are important. So Cancer was about, you know, looking to yourself and your own body and your own vessel as that home, and there was a confidence coming through with almost like, I can't believe I've weathered this much, I can't believe I've actually like gone through all this, and I'm still here, and I can still, you know, turn up and look good. And there was this new sense of confidence of what could have been weathered. It truly is weathered. And it was time to click into a new level. So with that kind of resonance that you've built, you've accumulated in your lifetime. I'm not sure if this lighting is okay. I'm a bit like in funny lighting. I'm always in funny lighting. Yeah, so there was that, it was really clicking into this new level. Okay, so what have we got next for Cancer, following up from our full cards? And the weather is very windy outside today, so there's this sense on my morning walk of movements. The leaves are moving, the spirals of wind, sort of cleaning and brushing things. So 10 of Swords. This is, you know, the death of these various ideas of the mind, the things that have been like, maybe it's an objective that we were after, something that we thought was going to be what we wanted, and maybe that's not actually what we wanted. So it's not just a change of mind, it's that it's getting taken away. So there's some kind of dying off of something that we thought was what we wanted, or what we were about, or what we were going to do, what we were pursuing. There's a dying off. And it kind of doesn't matter what you do about it, it's dying. I mean, I know it's not the Death card, it's the 10 of Swords. Let's read from the book for the 10 of Swords. Where are the swords? Wands. I'm flicking through this book and I like can't see any words, so maybe I'm not supposed to look at the words. Pentacles. Swords. So we have all of these snakes. And it's the Sun in Gemini. Abyss, uncertainty, going all the way. So it's about hopes and fears, things that scare us, truths that come to light in various ways and at various stages of our development, nearing the completion of a cycle, and will return with the Ace. So when something is dying off, a new opportunity comes, but the new opportunity can't come until we've completed the cycle, or we've completed and let go of something. So this is about accrued wisdom, and which has been difficult and painful at times. So that really goes with this meditation, how you kind of come up to a new level through these challenges, through this accrued wisdom. So it's a balancing act. Things are not always as severe as we, you know, might expect them to be. And so it is uncomfortable. There's a discomfort with this 10. So there's certainly a difficulty with, you know, how this process is ending, how this thing is coming to a cycle of completion. The wisdom that you've gained through everything that you've been through hasn't been easy, and it may have left its scars, but there is that new level of confidence. Sorry if I'm always moving my feet, and I could just see that I was moving the camera because I shake my legs. So what's another card here? Let's go for, what are the strengths of Cancer in this situation? The strengths for Cancer. Got slow cards today, slow card movement. But I feel like my shuffling is slow as well. I don't know if it's, just feel a bit like, go with this one. I have the 10 of Cups, but it really came out in reverse pretty solidly. So this is the Strength, 10 of Cups in reverse. You know, and the 10 of Cups being this culmination of everything we've been striving for with home and family and love and emotional support and relationships. And it's in reverse. So the strength in this situation, Cancer, is that, you know, it could be that home to self theory, that home to self idea of, you know, what you're able to do, what you can do is sort of go into your little crab shell and claim that space, your body, your temple as your home, while maybe the external situation of, you know, love, relationships, family is the thing that's crumbling. There's something, you know, that's quite emotional that is around the home comforts of the Cancerian home comforts, which is having a difficult time. There's a real, something uncomfortable is coming to an end. And we go back to that investment of Pentacles, and this opportunity comes to you for the Fool to take a leap. And the next card is the 10 of Pentacles. So this is your advice card, the 10 of Pentacles. It's not just about following the money, because obviously, well, the Pentacles, you know, to do with that, the culmination of everything we've worked hard for financially and materially. So where the 10 of Cups is on its head, I don't know which way to do it. I've kind of done them this way. The 10 of Cups, there's something, you know, in that family sector going awry, but there's something in the work situation which is going okay, or you're gonna get that opportunity. And it's realizing that home is in yourself, the confidence that you've gained. Here we go, the Moon, Cancer. So with the Moon, we have this in your environment. So there are unseen things. There are things that aren't illuminated yet with the Moon that you can be sure are occurring underneath the surface. And that could be to do with your own emotional awareness, your own emotional depths, which people recognize in you. So the people in your environment could be noticing, you know, the sensitivity and the femininity which you bring. But you could, it is also that, you know, sensitivity and femininity in your environment. So there's like attracting like, there's something there in your environment which is noticing. And I think this is to do with the wealth and career aspect. And, you know, your home is on your back. And so investing in taking care of yourself, that's the message coming through at the moment. There's this transitional, liminal place. That's what came through. This is the shoreline. This is saying, do I go back up onto the beach, or do I jump in the boat and go? But it's almost like saying, well, the beach is on fire and you have to get in the boat and go. There's, you know, there's no way back. It might look like there's a way back, but I don't think there's a way back with the 10 of Swords. I don't think we're going back. Seven of Wands. So this is becoming one of my favorite cards. Sorry, I kicked it again. This is becoming one of my favorite cards because the 7 of Wands is holding the line. It's the upper hand of battle. It's also, you know, having faith in your convictions. It's that you're gonna win based on your values and your position and your perspective. And I've got the 2 of Swords coming out. So this is, we've got this in your I don't know if this is, see, I'm doing this intuitively and we're roughly up to hopes and fears. And the Two of Swords has come out, and I think they kind of go a bit together because that just really jumped out in a way that I feel like they're attached. And with the Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords. So maybe you feel like there are a couple of ways you could go about things, and you're trying to work out what that approach is exactly. Maybe you feel like you have a couple of ways that you could do things, and you're not sure which step to take. We've got the Three of Swords. So there is, you know, this is the potential outcome. And the Three of Swords is about, it is a disappointment, but it's a disappointment over something which is a minor threat. It's not something that's going to ruin your whole world. It's something that feels like it hurts, but at the end of the day, it's for the greater good, and there's a bigger picture, and there's something larger that you're going for. That this Three of Swords sometimes is just something that could have been in the way, something that may have prevented you from, you know, reaching or achieving that full vision. I'm going to look into this Two of Swords to just support me with interpreting the combination with the Seven of Wands. Moon in Libra. Decision analyzing, difficulty going one way or another. Decisions. Some ideas have been put forth, and now there are some things on the table that need our intellect and will behind them. We have the ability to mold things how we like, but it may not be as fluid as we imagined. When we receive this card, we're being asked to put our powers of analysis to use, make lists, charts, spreadsheets, talk to friends, bounce ideas off of whoever is trustworthy and will listen. Perhaps there is a lot of factors to consider, and each has their own enticing set of offerings. Mantra: I come to clear decisions by organizing my mind. Now this is interesting, because like in most tarot decks, the Two of Swords is pointing to something around decision making. And that description there was very much in a mental, strategic, analytical sense of needing to make decisions. But I'm a human design analyst, and I talk about decisions being made from an authority in your body. One of the authorities, which would be yours as per your mechanical energetic construct, your energetic blueprint, which you can find out by doing a human design chart for yourself. You use birth data. Ooh, bonus card, Ace of Wands. Which you can do using your birth data. You can use something like genetic matrix or neutrino design. I think that's a good one. So using your birth data, you can get a chart called a body graph. And I love human design. I use it in my life. I don't just use it. You come to integrate it as a way of understanding how my own energy works, how to make decisions based on my energy and my body. And I help people to find that for themselves and to analyze their chart and to understand and practice and integrate and learn how to make decisions from the body. So for this situation, Cancer, you know, even though we're talking to as a Cancer, so usually this is someone who identifies with having Cancer placements, maybe sun, moon, or rising, or some other prominent thing, or sometimes you're just attracted to watch Cancer, even if it's, you know, down in your Mercury or something. Or some people are cross watchers, obviously, and you might be here and your partner might be Cancer. But we also have this 88 days before birth, which provides this additional snapshot of planets 88 days before we were born, which shows us how the design of our body works. So astrology really taps into the mind and the personality. So the astrology taps into who we think we are, the personality riding along on this mission. But human design shows us that despite who you think you are and the person who's like thinks they're leading this mission, there's actually like this body aspect, which is the design crystal, which is in each one of us, which is like actually the thing steering the shows, actually the thing reflecting energy, or, you know, using energy and directing us where we're going to go. So with that being said, decisions are really coming from somewhere in the body. And it's worth knowing, Cancer, and finding out what your human design is and what your inner authority is and what your strategy for making decisions as per the wisdom of your body really is. That's going to help you to work out what decision it is and the approach when it comes to standing by your convictions. So there's a battle to fight. There's something here. There's something to potentially negotiate or to win with that Seven of Wands. And in order to work out the way to do it, it's a good idea if you would understand how your body makes decisions, if you don't already know how that happens. So if you would like to contact me for an analysis, I would be more than happy to, no, I would be thrilled. I would love that. So please do that if you would, if you feel so called. Go to my website, sunbakerstudio.com.au, and you can book a human design reading. You can also book a 15-minute discovery call when we can do a little one-on-one catch-up overview, and we can work out how to proceed. We can work out what you want to do next. So you can meet with me completely for free for 15 minutes. There's a schedule in there. You can choose what time works for you. I'm in the Southern Hemisphere. So yeah, there's probably only limited times. If you can't find a time, send me a message through the contact form and we can work out a time that suits, and I will be able to figure it out. Pretty much anywhere in the world, there are some times that we can line up. And so just to touch on, so that potential outcome is that heartbreak moment, but there's an Ace of Wands coming. So, you know, there's that, what is appearing for us is the Ten of Pentacles. So your strength was the Ten of Cups upside down. So you're able to weather this because you're going into your shell. You're taking care of this preening the temple and the body. So that home energy, that investment of home energy is going into the self, and rightfully so from what I can see. And so with that strength, your advice is the Ten of Pentacles. So sorry, Cancer, my memory was full, so I had to fix that. So your strength is the Ten of Cups. Your advice is the Ten of Pentacles. So follow that opportunity in terms of money, because what you've been building financially is actually, you know, working for you. And that is the best advice, is to work on that and just stick by those obligations that you might have. With the Ten of Pentacles, it's also about sharing that wealth. So it's, you know, you're in a position where you're able to be generous and give to others out of what, you know, you've earned and what you've had. So the environment is the moon, so that feminine nature, illuminating the unseen. It's the mother energy. So that's in your environment. You have this mothering energy, but I feel like very heavily that it's a reflection of you, and that you have this reflection surrounding you. So this is what people are also able to see in you at this time, is maybe this sense of sensitivity that you have. So it's not about hiding, you know, what's going on, because I think that's part of this Ten of Cups in reverse as well as a strength. You don't have to hide what your losses are. You don't have to hide what you're losing. You don't have to hide what you care about and that you've had, that you've lost, that you wish that maybe, you know, because it's so difficult and so hard. It's not like you have to keep it all to yourself. Cancer, and you know, you put your best foot forward and you step up and you have this level of awareness, and like I was saying in the meditation, this weathering, what you've weathered has taken you to a place of where you can approach this painful situation and this loss with, you know, it is maturing, it's maturity, but there's also a sense of strength and self, and you know, going right back to the Seven of Pentacles, what you are willing to invest in, and you're willing to invest in yourself and in your future, and you're willing to invest in your career. And you know, people can sense that sensitivity in you, and people are responding and reflecting with sensitivity back with that moon. And the hopes and fears that we have with the Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords. So coming into understanding how it is that you make decisions from the body, and then taking the upper hand, so to speak, or winning the battle, getting what it is that you believe in, and value, and can stand by with conviction. The Three of Swords is coming, so there is this heartbreak and this ending, this disappointment, but it is for the greater good. It's a small price to pay for the vision of where you actually are going, Cancer. And the Ace of Wands here's this kind of extra bonus, I suppose. This new opportunity is coming. That when there's space for it, there's a new opportunity arising. So let's look at the Animal Spirit deck for Cancer. What will help Cancer? What will help Cancer through this difficult time? What is the essence of Cancer's energy for the Animal Spirit? And we have the Dragonfly. So much about transformation. Dragonflies are, it's, you know, probably many people have a personal story or connection to Dragonfly. I know I do. Dragonfly has turned up in many times of need to say, hey, you're actually going in the right direction. You're going to be fine. There's a sense of, you know, I need to expand my vocabulary. I want to say it's not vitality. It's this nymph-like wonder in the Dragonfly. It's like better things are ahead. You're going the right way. Like there's a reassurance with Dragonfly. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the minds that the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. Out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. So come into your breath. This is the beauty of going to Human Design to understand how your decision making works within the mind, because you don't need to make decisions from your mind. Did I just say, I don't know what I just said, about how to make decisions from your body, because you don't need to make decisions from your mind. And that, like the dragonfly expresses, there's so many changeable factors to how our mind works. It's always shifting, it's shimmering, there are illusions, there's change, and that's going on with our heads. So you don't want to make a decision from it, because it's just, you know, it can change. And it is a sense, like, you know, this sense of wonder this sense of beauty with what's coming, with what's available, with what's around the corner. And, you know, you've got this Fool on your side. There is energy there. There's energy there. Even if you don't feel like it, if you know, if you know how to use your energy. I'm picking up Two of Swords because I'm relating this card to the catalyst for going and figuring out your human design. So you don't need to be in two minds about a decision. You just need to tune into the body and let go of that two-minded mental aspect. And there is a wonder and an amazement of following that dragonfly energy. So do the breath work, look at your human design, and, you know, feel good about investing in taking care of yourself and, you know, doing the preening and doing the grooming and putting your best foot forward, because your body is your home at the moment, Cancer. And I hope that this has been helpful. I sincerely do. And if you need anything from me, please don't hesitate to message me, comment below. I'd love to have you as part of the community here. And I hope to continue to deliver these for a long time. So with that being said, thank you so much, Cancer. Have a beautiful day.